Hello, everyone. We're Group 14. I'm Estrella, and this is my group partner, Naveed. The title of our presentation is Reducing Social Media Use Through Behavior Analytics Strategies. As stated in the title, our project focused on reducing social media use using behavior analytics strategies. This is something that we both wanted to work on, not because social media is good or bad, but because the usage had started to interfere with our everyday lives. For this presentation, we'll walk you through how we define the behavior, built a data-driven intervention, and evaluated things that worked for us and things that didn't work for us. For our project, the target behavior was excessive social media use. This included platforms my partner and I use most often, like TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, or X, formerly known as Twitter. We recorded any usage that was longer than 5 minutes when it wasn't for academic uses or professional purposes. We selected this behavior because it interfered with key areas like focus, sleep, and emotional balance. For example, I often scrolled during breaks and before bed and noticed feeling tired and less productive the next day. My partner Naveed would use it more at night to cope with stress, which made it harder to get up and get things done. This behavior was socially significant because it's common among college students, young adults, and even children, considering we live in a tech-savvy world. Learning how to reduce it could improve academic performances, emotional regulation, and even use of free time.
The main ethical concern was privacy. We were tracking our phone use daily, so we had to make sure no personal content was shared. We solved this by tracking only the date, time, duration, and platform. No messages, photos, or browsing content were logged. Everything was self-reported and self-monitored. A second potential concern was the emotional impact. During the project, my screen time increased due to the war overseas. I used social media to stay informed on family and on things that occurred in Iran during the Iran-Israel war. We handled this by pausing the intervention temporarily and switching the focus to awareness instead of strict time limits. That flexibility protected emotional well-being and showed that ethical behavior plans need to adapt to personal needs.
The first research article we decided to use is titled Decreasing Inappropriate Use of Mobile Devices in Urban High School, comparing an antecedent intervention with and without the Good Behavior Game. This study focused on reducing phone use in high school classrooms using both a visual box and the Good Behavior Game. It showed that when students had both a physical reminder and group reinforcement, device use dropped and engagement increased. We used this article to justify our use of sticky note prompts as an antecedent strategy and our point and reward system as a form of reinforcement. This study helped us understand that when you combine reminders with incentives, this increases the chance of long-term behavior changes.
The title of our second research article is Decreasing Excessive Media Usage While Increasing Physical Activity, a single subject research study. This ABAB study looked at reducing excessive media use by rewarding physical activity. It showed that when media access was linked to exercise, participants used their devices less and were more active. This supported our decision to use journaling, reading, and walking as replacement behaviors. Instead of just removing social media, we replaced it with something that met a similar function, like helping with boredom or stress without the same negative effects.
The third and final research article we use is titled A Preliminary Evaluation of the Effects of a Contingency Management plus Deposit Contract Intervention on Problematic Smartphone Use with College Students. This article looked at college students with problematic smartphone use. They use a combination of contingency management and also a deposit contract to help reduce phone time. 4 of the 6 participants reduced their phone use by more than 40%. We didn't use a deposit contract, but we were able to use a similar idea, setting a rule and offering a reward for following it. Our point system gave 1 point for every day with under 30 minutes of social media use. This helped us track behavior consistently, and also it helped us stay motivated.
To the right is our custom data sheet. We used this structured data sheet for 2 weeks. Each day, we recorded the date, time, platform used, total time spent, and notes. This allowed us to see patterns in which we were most likely to scroll. Estrella often used social media after schoolwork and before bed. I tended to scroll late at night or after emotionally intense news. Based on this, we identified the function of behavior as both automatic reinforcements, meaning it was done out of habit or self-stimulation and escape, used to avoid work or other responsibilities. This functional understanding guided the treatment plan, especially the use of replacement behaviors.
For a breakdown of our treatment package, we used a combination of both antecedent and consequent strategies. For antecedents, we placed sticky notes with short reminders like less scrolling, more doing in common scroll zone areas, so around our beds, at our desks, and even on mirrors. This helped prompt awareness before opening up apps. We also used built-in screen time limits. Once time was up, the app would lock unless passcodes were entered, which acted as a moment for us to sit back and pause. Finally, we scheduled screen-free time blocks in our daily planner to reduce impulsive use. On the consequence side, we used a fixed ratio point system, 1 point per successful low use day, and a reward after 3 consecutive days. We also used differential reinforcement of incompatible behavior, DRI. For example, if we journaled or walked instead of scrolling, we recorded that in the notes and reinforced it. These strategies were chosen because they are easy to apply in everyday life and can also be adjusted over time.
To the right on this slide, you have 2 graphs with only our baseline data. These graphs show baseline usage over the 2-week period. Estrella's data ranged from 5 to 52 minutes per day. It was relatively consistent, with a few short use days and no clear trend. My usage was higher and more variable. On some days, use was under an hour. On others, it spiked to over 4 hours. This variation showed that the behavior was influenced by external factors like mood, schedule, or stress. Since the trend didn't show natural reduction, intervention was needed.
If you look to the left, you will see our graph data, which shows the results after starting the intervention. My usage dropped significantly with several zero-use days. This showed that the strategies, especially sticky notes and journaling, for me, were pretty effective. My pattern became more stable and predictable. My partner Naveed's results, on the other hand, were kind of mixed. During a specific stress period, his use increased. But once that time passed and the plan was adjusted, his time dropped again. This confirmed that the plan worked when external stress was lower. It also showed that behavior plans need to be accounted for when it comes to emotional factors, not just regular routines.
For generalization, we made sure our plan could be applied across different settings. Strategies like sticky notes and timers were used at home, at school, and in the car. Replacement behaviors like reading and journaling were scheduled at various times of the day, not just during one routine. For maintenance, screen time tools will remain in place. The point system will shift to a variable ratio schedule, meaning rewards will come after an unpredictable number of successful days. We'll also keep doing weekly check ins to review progress. This keeps the habit in focus without making the plan too intense.
Coming down to the end of the project, we were able to see that the intervention helped us in several ways, reducing social media use and also helping us build better habits. I saw more consistent results, and for my partner Naveed, the plan just needed a bit more flexibility, especially during emotional periods. We also learned that combining small strategies like reminders and clear rewards and alternative behaviors can lead to big changes when fit into daily life. One of the most important takeaways for us was that behavior change isn't just about stopping something, it's about building new systems that support your goals. And the best results usually happen when the plan adapts to who you are, not the other way around. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation and that you liked it.